Good morning. Today we woke up in Florence after taking a train yesterday from Rome after exploring all of the Eternal City. Today we only have one day in Florence, so we're going to make the absolute most of it, seeing all of the top sites here. For instance, the Duomo. So we are up early to beat some crowds and on our way to the main square right now.
We'll also be checking out the rest of the city and all the amazing architecture here. Honestly, Italy has just been amazing. Obviously, it's super old and everything is super beautiful. And also, might have to grab another slice of pizza because I was a big fan yesterday on our food tour of the pizza and I'm dying for some more.
Florence is an enchanting city full of architectural wonders and world-class museums, being the birthplace of the Renaissance, where influential artists and thinkers such as Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Dante created works that are still marveled at today, including Michelangelo's David at the Accademia Gallery and the Birthplace of Venus at the Uffizi Gallery. So our first stop today is at the Bell Tower. We got tickets for 9:15 and we're about to climb up over 400 steps to get to the top of this bell tower here at the Duomo. There's already a long line to get in, but we are excited to see what kind of view of Florence we get from the top of the bell tower. We also stopped and grabbed some espressos on the way, or Americanos. They're very small but very delicious, and I'm trying to drink it fast because I'm sure they're not going to let it inside.
Stairs are now complete, and now we get the view. Okay, so earlier, that was wrong. We were probably only halfway. But now we're taking the last steps to the very top. We just made it back down from the bell tower and it was quite the workout. The entire way up, I was totally thinking there was going to be like a second flight of stairs back down because it's so tight in there. I really did not know how people are going to be going up and down at the same time. However, we realized at the top there, of course, is not a second flight of steps because why would the builders have built that way back then? They weren't thinking about thousands of tourists visiting it every day. So it was very squishy coming back down, but we did make it down and now we're going to head over to the cathedral. So the cathedral doesn't open today until 10:15. I think it's just because they're doing some renovations right now. So we're gonna go try and find some food until then. So we just got our breakfast and we finally found an actual large Americano. This is definitely the biggest coffee we've gotten since getting to Europe. And then we also got two pastries, a chocolate croissant and another ricotta pastry. Both these pastries, absolutely delicious. Maybe not the most nutritional breakfast or like the breakfast of champions, but they are delicious.
So we just got done at the baptistry, which is actually the oldest building in Florence. It is currently under renovation, so we didn't get to see the ceiling. They had a tarp that looked like what the ceiling would look like, which was a little disappointing, but it's still absolutely beautiful in there. It was built in the 10th and 11th century. The line that we just passed right here is to get into the church, which at this point is wrapping all the way around the church. We honestly cannot believe how long it is. We're gonna go to the museum until the church opens and the line dwindles down a little bit, is what we're hoping. But we're gonna go to the museum because it's also included with our ticket and learn a little bit more about this beautiful, beautiful church and more about Florence in general. The Florence Cathedral, known as the Duomo, stands tall as a testament to architectural brilliance and took over 140 years to complete. Its famous dome, designed by Filippo Brunelleschi, is an engineering marvel of the Renaissance era, being built with over 4 million bricks. The dome only took 16 years to build and was completed in 1436.
So we just got done at the Piazza Vecchio, which was a very important building that was built to be like a town hall for the city of Florence, and it was also like built as a defensible position in turbulent times in Florence. So it was just like another museum or another place holding a lot of statues. There was actually like an upper level where you could buy tickets to go up and see even more of it. However, we just kind of did like the free lower level because there are so many museums here. I'm pretty sure you could spend all day just popping in and out of museums just filled with old statues.
Next Next, we're just going to be walking over to a bridge over the river. It's so beautiful here, all the streets, just walking around, seeing all the little alleyways, the gorgeous architecture, all the tall buildings and apartments with the brightly colored shutters overlooking the streets. Really nice city just to walk around in and explore. And we got another beautiful sunny day. So we got a pepperoni pizza and a calzone here at a pizzeria that we saw while we were walking, and oh my gosh, this looks so good. So this pizza is actually made with a sourdough crust and it has leavening of about 72 hours. So that is amazing and it smells so good. And then I've never had a calzone before, but I definitely did not expect it to be this big. So there's mozzarella and ham in here. I don't even know how I'm supposed to cut it. So cheesy. And this is why we love Italy. Oh my gosh. This is why we walk a lot. 10 out of 10. This is delicious.
Delicious. So much cheese. The crust is delicious. Big fan of pizza here in Italy.
Spanning the Arno River, Ponte Vecchio is the unique bridge adorned with jewelry shops. It has remained virtually unchanged since the 14th century. We're currently walking uphill to Palace and Gardens to end our walking tour for today. But on our walk, we just happened to pass by Galileo's house, which is pretty cool. And now it is, of course, a museum. So that is another option to stop at as well. But we're just trying to haul it up the hill right now. So we are now at the Boboli Gardens. I think that's how you say it. So these are the gardens that are behind the Pitti Palace. What it is a home of the Medici family, which was a very powerful and wealthy Italian family that were bankers here. And they had beautiful palaces, beautiful gardens. Like I said, lots of power, lots of wealth. So this is one of their gardens. And what makes it so cool is it's almost like an outdoor museum because they had so many ancient statues here as part of their collection of wealth. The most famous fountain here is called the Fountain of Neptune. There's also called a Fountain of the Sea. So it's just a beautiful place to walk, see the gardens, see the history, and see the wealth of one of Italy's most powerful families of the past.
Unfortunately, this is our last stop of the day. However, our time here in Italy is not over. Tomorrow we're hopping on yet another train to go over to Venice. We have been going non-stop ever since getting here to Italy, but we are really enjoying all the history and just all the beautiful sights here in Italy. So stay tuned as tomorrow we check out Venice.